I want to talk to you today about avocado leaf tea. That's right, the leaves, not the fruit. I recently learned some very interesting things about this concoction. I'm not sure why I had never learned this before, but I learned this from a native, a Tico, who lives in my area. And I was fascinated because I fight a constant battle with hypertension, high blood pressure. I mean, my blood pressure has been as high as 240 over 110. It was an emergency situation and I had to go to the hospital. And then, they took my blood pressure and a few minutes later it was 70 over 30. And that's just the nature of the disorder that I have, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. More on that in a bit, but right now I want to tell you about this tea made from avocado leaves. It will block as much as 60% of the angiotensin converting enzyme that causes vascular constriction and therefore high blood pressure in some people. Now, this is known clinically as an ACE inhibitor, and there are high blood pressure medicines that are ACE inhibitors. Now, I understand that to make this tea, you brew these leaves for 10 to 20 minutes until you get like a little tea, and it can be maybe just slightly bitter in taste. I wouldn't know because I can't take it. That's how effective it is. This is not just a granny's tale or a home remedy or, just something. This is for real, guys. The information that I got to pass on to you here about the 60% effectiveness on the angiotensin converting enzyme, that's from like a peer-reviewed medical journal. That's not just folklore. I can't take ACE inhibitors at all, period. With POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, that particular type of hypertensive medication has like an opposite effect on me, because the problem that I deal with POTS is that I have poor vascular tone in the first place, and so my body goes into a panic trying to tighten everything down, and that's why you get the refractory high blood pressure and then low pressure and the swings and all of that. So if I take something that not only dilates the blood vessels but also reduces, it's a diuretic, it has some diuretic properties too, that reduces the blood volume, I can get into some real trouble. And this is the case with avocado tea. It's the case with ACE inhibitor medications, which they found out at Hospital Mexico when I had my heart attack in 2022. They wanted to put me on an ACE inhibitor, and they found out quickly that that causes Rhonda to crash in all senses of the word. So the doctors there went with a sartan instead. Instead of an ACE inhibitor, I take irbesartan, which has a slightly different and better tolerated effect on my cardiovascular system. However, I do want to bring this information to the general public about avocado tea. If you by any chance live in an area where you have access to the fresh leaves of an avocado tree, as long as you don't have POTS, or something similar that causes, vasculitis type issues, this might be something for you to consider. Consult with your doctor, because this is real stuff and it can interfere and conflict with some other hypertensive medications that you take. Information to have, however. Avocado fruit and the leaves contain a compound called persin. This means that you should keep it away from your pets. Humans tolerate persin quite well. Dogs and cats, not so much. Don't let your dogs and cats gorge on avocados or, drink your tea, or, maybe if you have a dog with some kind of issues, don't. This is not animal medicine. This is for people only. And I just wanted to throw that out there because so many of the people who watch my content are animal people and they have animals. But this is people stuff. Anyway, research it yourself. Go online, Google it, see what the AI search engines and whatnot have to say about it. Never just trust me. I like to think I'm right, but always do your own research. Ciao.